Today I will be giving you a brief review of the process of drafting a research paper. So at this point you should have already taken notes and you should have an outline. The best way to draft is to choose a quiet space where you'll have plenty of room for your materials and you'll be able to focus on what you're doing. And now I realize that might not be easy to achieve with the busy lives that we have. So do the best you can to find an environment that will work best for you for writing your first draft. Remember to keep your outline and your notes in front of you so that you can easily refer to them for ideas as you type. Now, if you took notes after you wrote your outline, your notes might be within the outline, and so you already have a head start on your draft. Now you just need to choose a starting point. It doesn't matter where you start. The important thing is to get started. It doesn't matter if your opening sentences are good or not. Once you get started and have something on the page, we have something to work with. So start at any point in your paper, look at your outline and look at your notes and start typing your paragraphs. As you type your paragraphs, use the information from your notes and insert your own ideas as necessary, especially the topic sentences of your body paragraphs, the concluding sentences. Your introduction and conclusion can include more of your own ideas. Most of your paper will be based on the information you got from your sources. You also need to include a citation of some kind after each piece of information that you take from your notes. And now the citation does not have to be correct at this point. You just have to know where the information came from. So, if you know how to do the correct in-text citation, so you use the author's last name or the article title, go ahead and put that in parentheses after the piece of information that came from that source. If you're not sure how to do that, you could number the information. So, if information came from source number 1, put a number 1 behind any information from that source. You could color code or any other way. You just need to show that the information came from a particular source, because later you will have to put in correct in-text citations. And then just keep writing sections of your paper until you finish your draft. If you don't include everything from your notes, that's okay. You can look back over your outline to make sure that you included all the main topics that you wanted to include. But if your draft turns out different than your outline, that's totally fine. You need to make decisions about what's best for your paper. But at this point in the process, your main goals are to, number 1, get your ideas in writing. Sometimes the hardest thing is to get started, but once we have something on paper, we have something to work with. And goal number 2 is indicate where your information from sources came from. Because if you don't do that now, it's going to be a pain later trying to do those in-text citations. So this has been a quick review of the process of drafting. If you have any questions, come see me.